Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett
is in police custody after turning himself in overnight. He is accused of faking a hate crime after his story of being attacked by racists fell to pieces.
This is producers now of his show have announced they are removing him from the final episodes of this season.
Jussie Smollett appeared in court Thursday after surrendering to authorities in the early morning on one felony count of disorderly conduct for filing a false report. As a result, Chicago PD held a press conference condemning Jussie.
We do not, nor will we ever tolerate hate in our city. Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career.
Okay, for the moment, I'll put aside the fact that this came from the same department who have yet to hold their own accountable for false claims made in the case of Laquan McDonald, but we'll get to hypocrisy in a minute, because the first half of this video is reserved solely for Jussie, a man who allegedly staged his own attack for personal gain. According to reports, Jussie was dissatisfied with his salary and sought to utilize the divisive political climate we live in to get ahead. And I, along with countless others, believed him.
I just want young people, young members of the LGBTQ community, young black children, to know how strong that they are.
So if what is alleged to be true, he took advantage of the fact that hate crimes are a problem in society and on the rise according to FBI statistics, especially towards marginalized groups in this country, and he used that to stage a hate crime of his own that put others at risk. This could have led to innocent people getting hurt. That's gross, and it's never okay with me, and if you spent time and resources like I did voicing your outrage over this allegation, there's no hiding from it. It doesn't go away, because we must speak out against what he did, or else the conversation just becomes agenda over justice. And those who will pay the price for Jussie's actions are those victims in the future who will have to hear his name every time an instance or conversation involving racism or homophobia is brought to the surface. Because while between 2016 and 2018 there have been an estimated 21,000 hate crimes in America, there's been an estimated 50 reported false. But by remaining silent on this after previously reporting on it, I think you allow for the exception to become the rule. So I retract my previous comments on the case, as it appears Smollett took advantage of a very sensitive issue. He undermined the experience of those within the black LGBTQ community to vilify another group of people and gain from it. There's no hiding. Hatred for Trump clouded pursuit of the truth, and I'm not okay with that. And I feel that those who make false accusations should be held accountable. Hence why I made this video in the past. It's because they can. It's because there is no punishment to people like Adam or Patty when they waste police time. And that is why I'm proposing the basic bigot charges. And I want it to be written into the laws of this nation. So while we're on the topic, how about we hold them accountable as well? But now we come to the second part of this video, which, in speaking of Trump, the President of the United States, who wasted no time tweeting about Jussie while saying nothing on the Coast Guard who sought to massacre Democrats and notable media figures, stating, and I quote, he wanted to create a white homeland. Let me start by saying this and respond to Trump's ask.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
You see, there's understanding what Jussie did was wrong, and then there's also historical context to take into account when a man who took out a full-page spread to call for the deaths of the Central Park 5, doubling down on his belief that they are still guilty despite DNA evidence proving otherwise.
And it's more than anger, it's hatred. And I want society to hate him.
And has never ever apologized, is demanding an apology now. And then continuing on that logic to the band of merry followers who blindly pledge their allegiance to this man, take no issue with the case above or the fact that he pushed the birther theory to no apology also, and those followers who themselves were adamant that the MAGA bomber who videoed himself at Trump rallies and had a full Trump Scooby-Doo car, who also by the way sent me death threats, was actually a Soros-funded puppet, are now trying to lecture us on integrity. Spare me. Your hypocrisy is laughable in this instance. So you can type gotcha till your mum's Wi-Fi runs out, but this case does not erase those instances, or Pizzagate, or Birthgate, or the MAGA bomber instance, or the countless times that those preaching from their self-mounted moral high ground vilified an entire community based on the actions of one. I will learn from my reporting on this incident, but I will never retreat to a state of skepticism over empathy. If found guilty, Jussie Smollett will have to answer for what he did. And judging by the extent Chicago PD have gone to, it's very likely he will. And all I say is maybe after this they can designate the same time and resources or look into the false reports provided by officers in the Laquan McDonald case. Because because it is all about justice, right? For more on this, come over to my Instagram. I'd love to hear what you think at Francis M. Maxwell. You can support independent media here. Did you like this video? Then great. Never miss another breakdown video by hitting the subscribe button below and ring the bell to get notified whenever we publish a new video.